Hi, my name is Nathan Adams. I'm the CEO of Red T Homes, and we're bringing you episode 3 of Aha Moments. I am with Paul Coe, Chief Investment Officer here at Red T Homes. Today we're going to talk about a project that we wrapped up in 2021 and a few aha moments that happened during that project. So let's talk about the project that we call the Arboretum, project that we wrapped up in 2021. Take us back to the start. What happened from the beginning?
Sure. In 2017, we put together 2 lots and we're planning to build 45 condo units right in the University neighborhood of Denver. We started construction in 2018 and completed in 2021, but we had to do a pivot in the middle of it just because of the market conditions and what was going on with the condo market.
You talked about making a pivot. Why did we have to make a pivot?
Well, we initially thought that the condo market was what the Denver residents wanted. We thought there was going to be a huge demand for this, but it turned out that as we were closely observing other properties in the area, that the condo market wasn't as great as we thought. We had to make some changes. We decided to make it an apartment, a for rent type of property.
There were some changes in 2017. Inclusionary housing ordinance went away, and it basically made things financially more feasible to develop condos. There was some change in some recent case law, as well as some change in the state statutes. So we weren't the only developers that said, hey, let's go, it's time to build condos. There were several other people doing it. So thankfully somebody went before us, and I think you were referencing that. There was a project all of a couple blocks away, very similar in size to us, and we watched them sell through at a very slow pace. We had our building fully leased up before they sold their last unit, and they were a full year ahead of us.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah. So let's talk about how we felt when we made that decision to move from for sale to for rent. You analyzed the market. What did you see?
It was scary because we were bringing 45 potentially new apartment units to a market that was already flooded with apartment buildings. So it was really scary. It was really challenging, and ultimately we had to make the pivot to make the right decision for our investors.
Yeah. So you know the stats better than I do. There was a project that came online just before us called the Atelier.
Yep.
How many units was that?
Oh, that was north of 150, I believe.
Yeah, I know when we were making the decision to go for rent, they weren't even 30% leased up. They had been trying to lease for several months and were really slow with it. So I would say there's multiple aha moments in here. What did we do when we decided to go for rent?
Well, we did the one thing that any smart person would do is we teamed up with the best leasing company in the country, really. Power Leasing, they brought in their full team. We were able to bring in 7 days worth of leasing agents and nonstop showings. And in a matter of 3 months, we went from 0 to almost full at that point in commitments.
So we bring in Power Leasing, that aha moment of, hey, let's go all out here. Let's spend a little extra money. Let's bring in the absolute best in the business. We leased up in 3 months where everybody else was taking way longer. So that was kind of aha moment number 1 there. Take me to, we're 50% leased and we decided, okay, we don't think we can sell this building, but we're gonna go ahead and put it on the market. What happened?
It was pretty wild. We immediately had an offer. It was a crazy cash offer of $17.5 million.
Yeah, let me stop you.
Yeah.
$17.5 million was what? Our list price, right?
Our list price.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we threw out there. We really didn't think that we were gonna hit that number, but we got a cash offer. It was they waived inspections, they waived appraisals, and they offered a $1 million non-refundable earnest money, which was just insane at the time.
Yeah, never seen anything like that myself.
No, absolutely, and it really meant that if the buyer walked away on a 21-day closing, that we would essentially have made $1 million for just waiting 21 days.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess you've got kind of the next aha moment in here. I like to say this all the time. I say that if you don't ask, the answer is always no. Here, we took a flyer in putting the property on the market. If we don't put the property on the market, there's almost no chance of a sale. So, you've got another aha moment in there of put it on the market, take a run at it. But the biggest aha moment that I see in here is this. You're looking at the market, you don't stick to the direction that you decided, if you see reason to make a pivot, it's not the worst thing in the world to make a pivot. We made a pivot, a very scary pivot, from for sale development to for rent development in a market that was already saturated with for rent. But the scary part is, if we sold one of those units, what happens? Can we make a pivot after that?
No, absolutely not. There's a term that they call when a condo is warrantable. So essentially, that's where a homeowner can actually use financing.
Conventional
financing to purchase the property. The thing is, there has to be at least 50% sold to individual homeowners to reach that. So selling one unit really couldn't have helped us at all.
Yeah, and individual homeowners being owner occupants.
Correct.
So we need 50% plus owner occupants in the building. So you sell one unit, we're making the commitment to sell in a 45 unit building another 22 units just to hit our warrantability metrics. So, I think that really concludes things for us. We've hit multiple aha moments here, and I sincerely appreciate you, A, joining us, B, you're part of the Red Tea team, and you really helped me through this decision making and how we basically turned a project that had ugliness written all over it, struggles with the GC, in the thick of COVID, made the decision to be a condo project and found out that wasn't the right project. You managed a relationship with our investors. How did it feel to make lemonade out of those lemons?
It felt great. We were able to build more trust with our long-term investors, and ultimately they trusted us to do the right thing, which we ultimately did, and ultimately got their money back plus their profits.
Yeah, awesome. I love this story. Thank you again for joining us for Aha Moments.